Good day everyone, and this is the output of group-wide operation management. The operation management has two main topics, which is production planning management and supply chain management for agribusiness. The group 5 presenters are first yours truly, Steve Mendoza, followed by April Sobrevega, Kyra Sitjar, and Angelica Ramos. And now let's move on with production planning and management objectives. The first objective is to develop an understanding of operation management, including the definition, background, and current issues in the area. Second, discuss some of the unique characteristics of agricultural commodities and products as they impact operation management and product planning. Third, we have to summarize the key elements involved in plant and facility location decisions. Fourth, we have identified some of the factors to consider in determining the capacity of a plant or facility. Fifth, to differentiate between process, product, hybrid, fixed position facility layouts, and last, we have to understand the elements of the job design. And now let us discuss what is operation management. Operation management refers to the direct and control of the process used by food and agribusiness to firms to produce goods and services. Operation management for food and agribusiness firms can be broken into two distinct areas. First, we have the production planning, and the second one we have the supply chain management. At this point, let's move on with the concept of scientific management in the early 1900s by Frederick W. Taylor. He developed the basic sets of tenets for scientific management. First, we have standardized setup of procedures. Second, determination of the most efficient procedures. Third, careful screening, hiring and training of workers. Fourth, we have a functional division of labor tasks in production process with management and workers jointly devising the system for a division of labor. At this moment, let's have the emerging of scientific management. In 1940 to 1950, George Danzig introduced a linear programming in the 1940s, a mathematical technique that determines the most profitable allocation of resources in situations such as transportation, least cost feed rations, and crop acreage allocations. In the 1890 to 1990, the incorporation of robotics, flexible manufacturing system, and computer integrated manufacturing systems into the operation management arena. And now, let's have production planning aspect for operations management includes a wide range of decisions and activities. First, we have devising a quality program, locating a plant, choosing the appropriate level of capacity, designing the layout of the operation, deciding on the process design, and specifying job tasks and responsibilities. And now let us discuss what is supply chain management. It is the management of the flow of goods and services, includes all processes that transform raw materials into final products. The supply chain management and operation management consists of the equally wide range of decisions and activities. First, we have aggregate production planning, followed by production scheduling, purchasing of materials for production, management of various types of inventories, transportation management, and last we have distributing the finished goods or service. Operation Management System. In Operation Management System, it includes suppliers, inputs, conversation, outputs, customers as well. The operating managers play significant role, especially in inputs, conversation, and outputs, since he or she is the one who is responsible for creating our products, goods, or services for the satisfaction of the customers. And now let's have the issues concern operation management for the food and agribusiness sectors. First, we have the growing service sectors, time-based competition, productivity improvement, global competition, and last, we have the quality. At this point, let us determine what is the differences versus goods and services. When we say goods, it can be physical, durable product, output can be inventory, low customer contact, long response time, large facilities, capital intensive, and quality easily measured. When we say service, it is intangible, perishable product. Output cannot be invented, high customer contact, short response time, It needs small facilities, labor intensive, and quality and not easily measured. This one, let's have the competition. In competition, we have the time-based competition and global competition. In time-based competition, competing for customers and market share using the dimension of time is a source of competitive advantage. In global competition, it is affecting the operation management of the agribusiness. The quality. When we say the quality, it has escalated with increased competition. The results of poor quality are often increased cost of production and lost market share. It includes the fitness for use, value, and conformance to specifications. And now let's move on with the production cost related to quality. First, we have the prevention cost. The prevention cost associated with stopping defects before they happen. Second, appraisal costs are incurred in monitoring the quality level of products and services during the course of production. Third, we have internal failure costs. The costs that are generated during the production and or rework or defective parts or services. Fourth, we have the external failure costs are incurred when the product or service or fails when it is in the consumer hands. At this point, let's have the Hazard Analysis Critical Control Point or HACCP. It is recognized as a food safety program. Seasonal and perishability. It is a typical problem of agricultural products is bulk and the cost of shipping bulkier loads. Location. It is a decision to locate a plant is a strategic decision that will have a lasting impact on issues such as operating cost.
Six primary factors when determining the location. First is the area employment, second is the retail activity, third is the proximity to successful competitors, fourth is the traffic flow, fifth is the residential density, and sixth is the accessibility and visibility. Factors in determining the appropriate capacity: the economies of scale, flexibility, seasonality and other patterns of production, fluctuating demand in the multiple versus single shifts. Labor climate. It is factors such as wages of workers, worker productivity, and training requirements. Location to markets. It is important since customers often not to travel distances, specifically the retailers. Labor climate. It is factors such as wages of workers, worker productivity, and training requirements. And categories of facility layout. First is the process, second is the product, third is the hybrid, and fourth is the fixed position. Four aspects of process design: the capital intensity, the resource flexibility, vertical integration, and customer involvement. The job design. It is a broad set of activities that determine the tasks and responsibilities of each employee. The social environment. It is workplace includes non-physical or behavioral issues such as training, proper level of supervision, job expectations, and responsibilities and performance feedback.
And now let's move on with the supply chain management. It is the critical aspect in running the agribusiness. Is managing the flow of materials and products and information into in and out of the firm. The four aspects of efficient consumer response include: first, the replenishment of products as they are used; second, providing the right assortment of the products; third, introducing new products; and last, we have developing effective promotion strategies. When it comes to its benefits, to increase sales, fresher products, less damage, reduce cycle time, more accurate invoicing, increased cash flow, and fewer instances of out of stock products. Information technology. When we say information technology, it improves let the agribusiness link suppliers, distributions, and end users. New information technology developments continue to transformation logistics capabilities. And now let's have the customer service. When we say the customer service, it is one of the tactical method of differentiating the goods or service of an agribusiness. Next in line, we have the risk reduction. Risk reduction establish contracts with suppliers or customers allowing for shared information and shared investments in transportation, facilities, new technologies, inventories, and product distribution. At this point, let's have the globalization. The globalization demise of the agribusiness or the firms. The supply chain management functions. It begins where the marketing function of forecasting demand ended. And now let's have aggregate production planning. When we say aggregate production planning, it is that transforms the long-term demand forecast into general production plans for the next quarter and the year. Now let's move on with the master's production scheduling. When we say master production scheduling, it follows with a final production schedule detailing the exact timing and specific quantities to be produced. Forecasting demand. When you say forecasting demand, a marketing function, the agricultural industry is characterized by highly seasonal demand, unpredictable weather, volatile market prices, and an evolving market. Master production scheduling created once specific orders for products have been received and or short range sales forecasts have been determined. Make to stock strategy. When we say make to stock strategy, a marketing function of the agricultural industry is characterized by highly seasonal demand and predictable weather, volatile market prices, and evolving market. Assemble to order strategy. It is a firm assembles available components when an order is placed. Purchasing is an essential part of the production schedules and issued by many organizations. Kinds of products and products used for further processing, products that are resold, products used directly in the firm's final products, and products used to make the product but not used in the product itself. Then let's have purchasing function performs many activities which include the following. First, receive a purchase requisition, select a qualified supplier, place the order, track the order and receive the order and approve the payment. Four factors of quality. First, we have the quality, a very important factor when selecting a supplier. Price. The typical firm spends nearly half its total sales on purchased items. Time. Delivery of purchase inputs from suppliers. Customer service, another critical but often overlooked item.
Next is the production control. So, production control is one of the most important daily functions of the operation manager. There are also responsibilities of the production control, which are controlling raw materials inventory, providing detailed production scheduling information, controlling work in process inventory, communicating changes to master production scheduling and purchasing, and lastly is the controlling finished good inventory. Next is the MRP production operation system. So, it is a computerized information system to ensure the right materials, components, and sub-assemblies. Next is the JIT production operation system, are a type of production operation system that seeks to produce or deliver goods just as needed, while reducing waste, inefficiencies, and unproductive time. Next is the supply. It is the total amount of a given product or service a supplier offers for a consumer at a given period. Inventory. It is an important asset in agribusiness firm from a financial and operation standpoint. Opportunity cost, it is known as the interest. There are also reasons for different inventory levels. First one is the reason for smaller inventories. So, interest opportunity costs, storage and handling costs, improved quality, property taxes and insurance premium, shrinkage costs, obsolescence, and filtrage. Next is the reason for larger inventories. It includes the customer service and varying demand, ordering or setup costs, labor and facility utilization, transportation costs, and lastly is the quality discounts. So, inventory category. It includes the raw materials, work in process, and finished good inventory. So there are types of inventory which are pipeline inventories, lot size inventories, buffer inventories, and seasonal inventories. So when we say inventory management system, it is derived from production schedule, decision, and ultimately from the farmer demand. Inventory management system method. Periodic inventory. So it is an automated inventory tracking system that stores a physical count of stocks on hand, conduct at regular intervals, but has a disadvantage of day-to-day status. Next is the continuous inventory. It is a constant monitoring of stocks before sales and inventories.
Distribution. Physical distribution system. Series of marketing channels through which parts, products, and finished inventories are stored and moved from suppliers, among outlets, and ultimately to consumers. It composed of transportation, storage or warehousing, and delivery of the finished product to the ultimate consumer. It comprises a costly component of the overall business plan. On the first table, you will see the periodic review inventory system, which quantity levels will be determined at the end of each period. On the second table, you will see the continuous review inventory system, which is calculated as it moves in or out in real time. Distribution and marketing. Place or distribution was one of the four critical marketing decisions. Now, here are the three basic distribution systems. First is the manufacturer direct distribution system, which the manufacturer sells directly to the farmer or food customer. Next is the dealer distribution system, which manufacturers sell their product to dealers who, in turn, sell products in their local market. And last is the dealer distribution system, which uses both distribution or wholesalers and dealers to the market products to farmers and consumers. Now, let's proceed to the physical distribution three basic categories. First is the warehousing. It can represent a huge cost in terms of the operating cost and capital investment in buildings and facilities required to properly store a company's products. Next is the transportation. It is how goods will be moved. And there are five basic modes of transporting goods from highway, rail, water, pipeline, and air. And last is the carrier. This is the scheduling, routing, and selection of the finished goods carrier can be a rather complex decision because of varying rate differentials, destination, routing methods, and the mixing of shipments. Lastly, the technology and operations. Technology are any manual, automated, or mental process used to transform inputs into products and services. Technology factors may also influence plants, locations by altering and manufacturing process. Technology is important for several reasons. Each operations within a food or agribusiness employs some technology. Even if it is manual, we also must consider how technology relates to the operation strategy.